Right now on weekend mornings, remembering the fallen. Hundreds gathered in Cameron Saturday to pay tribute to the 2 fallen officers killed during a traffic stop. Plus, we have a look at the La Crosse area's annual spring fling event put on by the Women's Fund and how their efforts are helping women across the state.
And a wet and chilly Sunday will lead to snow coming later this afternoon, and tonight I'll break down how much we'll get and when it'll actually end tomorrow.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on weekend mornings. Let's take a look at weather this morning. We'll send it over to Greg Barnhart, who's looking ahead for the day. Greg.
Yeah, definitely going to be a wet day, chilly day, but then things really definitely take a turn as we go towards this afternoon and tonight. That's why we got the alert day for late season. Could be record level snowfall for some areas, 2 to 10 inches plus, and the 10 plus is probably for further areas of west central Wisconsin. Power outages definitely with this heavy wet snow. Tree branches could be an issue too. Later, like I said, later this afternoon and over tonight too. That's your winter storm warnings right now in the area shaded there. On the outside is basically winter weather advisories for lesser snow. Most of these begin at 7 p.m. tonight through 10 a.m. tomorrow. A few to the west of La Crosse are a little bit early and then ending earlier tomorrow just as the snow pushes off to the east. But all in all, it's going to be a wet, snowy tonight. There's your amounts. This is really on grassy areas. As we get on what's roads should be less than this, but exactly how much is really yet to be determined. But this area right east of La Crosse definitely could see maybe 12 plus inches. Could be, like I said, a record level, and that amount of heavy wet snow could cause some problems. We have bands of likely rain coming up, light to moderate rain ahead of the system. The snow is actually still west of Minneapolis, so there won't be an issue this morning yet. We'll just see steady amounts of rain on and off, mainly east of La Crosse down to Platteville and those areas, kind of in the same general area. Temperatures holding in the 40s. Future track shows that as it begins to lift northeast. We'll have breaks here, and there won't be all-day steady rainfall. And as we get into this afternoon, there'll be problems. The winds, too, will be a factor. They're starting to already pick up, but they'll be much more of a factor going through tonight. Temperatures, they're going to just continue to fall this afternoon into the 30s as we get towards the evening. And then later in the broadcast, we'll break down exactly when that snow starts, how much we eventually get, when does it end, and if we see a break in warmer conditions later this week.
Thank you, Greg. In Cameron, Wisconsin, Saturday, hundreds gathered at 10 gathered to honor the lives of 2 police officers killed in the line of duty last week. 23-year-old Hunter Shield was from Cameron, and officials say he was the first officer killed in the line of duty in the village's history. 32-year-old Emily Breidenbach was from Chautauqua. Family and co-workers gave touching testimonials to each fallen officer's character.
Today we honor our sister. We know it hurts, and we know it hurts deep. Emily would want us to stay strong and honor her by completing our mission. Quit's not enough.
The 2 were killed when the traffic stop they were conducting last Saturday resulted in a shootout. The driver they pulled over also died. On Saturday morning, authorities in Belleville peacefully arrested a woman at a downtown bar after an hour-long standoff. According to the Dane County Sheriff's Office, deputies received a call around 2 a.m. for a domestic incident, but arrived to find only one of the people involved. They then received another call from an armed woman who barricaded himself inside the damn bar on East Main Street. Over the course of negotiations, she fired 6 gunshots. It was then around 10:15 a.m. when she was taken into custody without injury to herself or others.
We had inserted our robots into the building and to do the negotiations, but we don't have that level of detail to know at that time where they're all fired.
Sheriffs confirmed the woman was one of the people involved in the domestic incident. Tenants living above the bar had to evacuate, but were later allowed back in once deputies cleared the scene. Authorities say a 67-year-old man from Montello died on Saturday after crashing his motorcycle into a tree in Marquette County Wednesday. According to the county sheriff's office, 67-year-old Michael Carlson wasn't wearing a helmet riding on County Highway C in the town of Micken when he lost control going around a curve, colliding with a tree Wednesday afternoon. Carlson was taken to UW Hospital for life-threatening injuries, succumbing to his injuries on Saturday. The crash remains under investigation. On Saturday, a new activity center opened in Madison to allow everyone to play and explore regardless of their ability. The Keep Calm Sensory Zone on the north side features 3 levels of experiences adaptable to the senses of touch, smell, sound, and more. They're designed for children and adults who either need help coping with emotions or stress or live with a mental health disorder like ADHD or autism.
every sense we cover here at the sensory zone, but the kid gets to explore it in their own way. But we've got kids as young as like 10 months that was here today, and we've had adults come today just to have a fun time, to be able to experience their senses and be able to play.
The owner says she moved into her own building with help from the Wisconsin Women in Business Coalition. The Women's Fund of Greater La Crosse kicked off its 25th year Saturday with its annual Spring Fling. The executive director says donations were for help women everywhere.
An organization like us, Women's Fund, ensures that dollars are going toward programs that are designed to help women build sustainability, self-sufficiency, and to build equality.
The event helps support female-owned businesses and local organizations to help out women and girls. Still ahead on weekend mornings, we'll have a look at the return of the Dane County Farmers Market to the Capitol Square. Plus, you're taking a live look outside. Greg is tracking your forecast just ahead.
At Associated Physicians, our OBGYN team wants you to know that we love taking care of each and every one of our incredible and unique patients. We know it's important to you that your voice is heard because, after all, we want that too. And our patients tell us that's what we do best. Call to schedule an appointment today, 608-233-9746. Associated Physicians, devoted physicians, trusted care. Visit us at apmadison.com and follow the department on Instagram at apmadisonob.
Could you keep it down? Oh, hey, sorry. I can't stop these kids from rocking, but I can help you replace all this.
Rock on!
With free installation on Felco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home. This offer won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Arby's, 2 for $7. Every day, a classic, a favorite, an Arby's legend. 2 of those things for just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Do you have an idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call InventHelp. They've been helping inventors for 35 years. Call today for free information.
Call 800-550-5543.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain. You've got places to be, things to do, goals to crush. So at Basecamp Fitness, we pack 50 minutes worth of calorie burn into just 35. How do we do it? By switching between 60-second intervals of air bike cardio and strength training to keep the workout and your progress moving forward fast, no matter what level you're at. Now through April 19th, get 2 weeks free. Visit any of our 3 Madison locations or basecampfitness.com.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be quite a change from the 80s that we had last week to now we're going to deal with almost record level snowfall in some areas. Once again, we have the alert day for later this afternoon, early tonight through early tomorrow morning. 2 to 10 inches, the highest amounts, west central Wisconsin. Could even power outage, tree damage with all this weight. And don't forget the wind also be a factor too. So definitely it's going to be an impactful system right now. We have the wind advisories, we mentioned that right now, all of them to the south or to the west. That's really for tomorrow. We'll have the winds. We'll have them too, but we'll also have the snow. Further down, they'll just have the wind. So that's also going to be a factor we're going to be dealing with too. Right now, if we break it down, We have really rain to snow by 11 a.m. for areas west of La Crosse. By 3, it should be then west central Wisconsin, the transition. Heaviest amount of snow looks to be about 1 to 5 a.m. That means the rate will be high enough that I think you definitely will be roads will be accumulating snow, slushy to road cover roads. Those should be wet by the afternoon. Once it starts tapering off, I think conditions will drastically improve road-wise, but it's really that morning commute that's really going to be impacted. Maybe some whiteout even conditions with the snow that's coming down. Southwest, South Central, a little bit different, about 2 p.m. for Southwest Central, not till at least 5 or early evening for South Central, including Dane County. Heaviest snow for Southwest, 1 to 5. Won't be as heavy as up further north. Maybe slushy snow-covered roads for the morning commute. Roads won't be as bad, but still the morning hours will be pretty treacherous. And then for South Central Wisconsin, I don't think we'll see just some moderate snow, maybe from 2 to 6. Side roads, maybe a little accumulation. I think the wet roads won't be as bad just because the snow rate won't be as coming down as hard, at least in this area. But still, it's definitely going to be a more wintry type of morning commute than you're used to. Well, if you see waves and waves of rain that will actually come through this afternoon, but it's really by 2 or 3 we start seeing this back edge start to form with the rain, mix, and then snow, and that begins to work its way eastward. Slowly by this evening, you'll start seeing it creep into Madison. Snow from La Crosse all the way to Rochester down to Prairie du Chien will already be snowing and starting to accumulate. Then the rate starts picking up at night at 8. Basically, Dane County should start seeing the transition areas to the east. Won't be yet. You see the northwest winds continuing to start picking up. And then during this overnight time is when really the accumulation from about 11 onward is where the roads will be a factor, along with the strong gusty northwest winds, which you could have some whiteout conditions with the rates that could be so high. By the time we get to 6 or 7, we'll start seeing the accumulation snow probably end. We'll still see lingering snow showers throughout the day, maybe some bands setting up, but overall temperature should be much better. We won't see much accumulation, and the roads will start improving too if they have any slush or snow covered by this time. If we go in the afternoon, cold. We're just going to be just in the upper 30s, near 40, well below average with some snow and strong gusty winds. It definitely will feel like winter as we go through Monday until we get past that. Snowfall amounts, grassy areas, 9+. There's some indications you can see a foot more in these areas. How much accumulates on the road won't be these amounts. It'll be a little bit more tricky on exactly what goes on. Elevation will play a factor in that too. Once we get past the cold Monday, overall dry Tuesday, but then we have another system that begins to approach by midweek. More rain and shower chances coming for both locations. And unfortunately, we might see some colder air that could mix some of that into form of snow, especially towards La Crosse towards next weekend.
Thank you, Greg. More local news now. What started as a weekend to celebrate 125 years of Wisconsin men's basketball quickly changed to a fundraising effort for one of their own, Howard Moore. Moore, who both played and coached at UW, was involved in a tragic car accident with his family back in 2019, where his wife and daughter eventually passed away from their injuries. Moore and his son did survive the accident, but it's been a battle over the last 4 years. While recovering, Moore suffered a heart attack and is now seriously disabled. So when the call to action came to raise money for him and his family, it was a no-brainer to those he has impacted.
He's always been a constant in my life, so any way where I can support him and his foundation and his way of raising money to benefit him, I was going to be a part of it.
Just another sign of the family that's been created with Wisconsin basketball from decades ago to now and into the future.
The power of the W while you're here wearing the jersey, and it amplifies 100 times after you leave. And I think this is another great example of, this university and this basketball program really reaching back in a true life tragedy to help one of their own.
Former coaches, players, family, and friends came in from all over the country so they could simply do more for 34.
When I think about Howard, I think about his presence, his laughter, his smile, his engagement, his genuine engagement with people.
He was just the kind of person I think you aspire to be like, and you see the example he sets just in his interactions and how he communicated with people. It was always so joyful.
He's been my biggest fan. I've been his biggest fan. He's been criticizing me at some point during my career about some basketball stuff, and I didn't take it personal because it came from Howard. And, our relationship is one that would never be broken.
The money raised will go toward Moore's medical and rehabilitation expenses, as well as provide financial stability for his son. More information can be found on our website, channel3000.com. If you tried driving downtown Madison yet on Saturday, you may have noticed quite a bit of traffic, but it's all for a good reason as the Dane County Farmers Market has returned to the Capitol Square for the season. McKenna Alexander has the details.
Saturdays on the Square, a Madison staple, returned this morning with dozens of new vendors.
Say hello, I am a balloon.
It was all fun and games on Saturday morning as farmers market visitors enjoyed a variety of products, including bakery goods, vegetable and fruits, fresh plants and flowers, meat, cheese, and so much more. One vendor says today's turnout was the most he's seen in his entire career.
It was probably the hectiest or the busiest market of my entire market career. We had, I have a sheep gouda called St. Dorian, which was sold out by 9:30, which has never happened in the past. Not that it's not a good cheese, but people were just coming and buying. They were not coming and window shopping and then disappearing and just trying samples. They were actually buying.
But it wasn't just vendors and attendees filling the space Saturday morning, as a variety of other entertainment could be found around the square.
My name is Neil, the Real Deal Balloon Twister, and I twist so quick I make medicine sick. We are having such a great time. It's sunny, everybody's smiling, and it's just a beautiful day.
Saturdays on the Square will be open until November 11th, at which point the farmers market will move into the Garver feed mill during the winter months. If you'd like to check out the farmers market for yourself, you can visit the vendors at Capitol Square each Saturday from 6:15 in the morning till 1:45 in the afternoon. But it's best to go early as goods sell out fast. Another reminder, remember to bring cash and good walking shoes so you're able to spend time walking around the square to see what all the vendors have to offer.
When we come back, New Mexico police releasing body cam video showing what happened when 3 officers responded to a call showing up at the wrong address. That's just ahead.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they helped us actually connect?
What would I give?
Introducing US Mode. Set your phone for human connection at US Cellular.
Backyard living season is coming soon. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
Can a cream really reduce wrinkles? More than 100 women tried L'Oreal Triple Power.
The wrinkles look so much softer now.
Triple Power visibly reduces wrinkles, firms, and brightens.
I'm amazed.
I saw results in 1 week. Revitalift Triple Power from L'Oreal Paris.
It does what it says. Lift your lashes to the next level.
L'Oreal Paris presents new telescopic lift mascara with our first ever double hook brush to get real lift, more volume, up to 5 millimeters more visible length. New telescopic lift mascara by L'Oreal Paris.
We're worth it.
At Lawton Cates, being prepared and confronting every aspect of your injury case with honesty, integrity, and innovative solutions has earned us a reputation for excellence in representing the injured. Because at Lawton Cates, your life counts.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
I just got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click.
Amazing. Can it go back in the bag?
Yeah, it can go back in the bag.
Okay.
Get the Samsung Galaxy S23 free. No trade-in needed from US Cellular.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, big changes are coming here this afternoon, and especially tonight with the snow. Accumulating snow, we have the alert day for tonight and tomorrow. 2 to 10 plus inches, highest amounts in west central Wisconsin. This heavy wet snow could lead to some tree damage, power outages, something to keep in mind of. There's your amounts. A lot of this is on grassy areas or trees. How much accumulates on roads is yet really is going to be a struggle, but I think the tomorrow morning commute, you could see the snow-covered or slushy roads, especially in those areas that have more, like 6 or plus inches. Right now, we just have lines of light rain or moderate rain beginning to lift northeast. We'll have off and on rain here for most of southern Wisconsin and central Wisconsin through the morning hours, and then transition more. As you see now, the transition begins by the afternoon hours, that pink, and then actually this snow line begins to get closer to the Mississippi River here. We'll see that continuing. Tonight, we still have the winter storm warning goes into effect for most of the areas outlined in pink there until 10 a.m. tomorrow. The outside areas have winter weather advisories through 7 or 10 a.m. depending on location, or lesser snow is expected. But overall, combine that with wind will definitely be something to keep in mind of. Once again, we do have the alert day along with the wind, we'll have the snow, and definitely will feel like winter conditions as you start your work week on Monday.
New Mexico police have released body cam videos showing what happened when 3 officers responded to a call showing up to the wrong address, resulting in the homeowner being shot. We do want to warn you, some viewers may find this video disturbing. CBS's Michael George has more.
A knock on the wrong door
Farmington, please.
ended with deadly consequences.
Hey, hands up!
It happened April 5th when dispatchers in Farmington, New Mexico got a call about a domestic disturbance. Someone on the call clearly states the address.
5308 Valley View.
But Farmington officers go to 5305 Valley View instead. Body camera footage shows the officers knock and identify themselves. But then they question whether they're at the right home.
5308 Valley View Avenue had a confidence factor. Don't tell me I'm wrong.
Seconds later, the homeowner opens the door.
Hey, hands up!
Farmington police say all 3 officers opened fire, killing 52-year-old Robert Dotson. His teenage daughter called 911, likely not realizing her dad was shot by officers themselves.
There were gunshots in the house and my dad was shot.
Farmington's police chief says Dotson pointed a gun at an officer before they fired.
It starts with us not getting off to a good start and making a mistake and going to the wrong address. But it ends, honestly, with something you just don't see very often, with Mr. Dotson coming out with a gun and then pointing it at the officers.
Neighbors call it a tragedy.
It could have been any of us doing this exact same thing, trying to protect our family.
The state police are now investigating.
I'm extremely remorseful over the whole event, and I extend nothing but my deepest condolences to the Dotson family.
And Farmington police say the 3 officers' names are not being released at this time. They are all on paid leave. And Washington Post data shows that fatal police shootings in the U.S. actually reached a record high last year, with 1,096 reported in the U.S. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Still to come, there's still a half hour more of news ahead on weekend mornings. Next, we're running through the top stories. We'll be right back.
It's time to bring balance to business travel and discover the equilibrium that works for you. At National, you're in control. Skip the counter, choose any car in the aisle, and manage your rental right from the app. So you can mix work with leisure, or leisure with work, giving you the control to find the perfect balance. Go National. Go like a pro.
Creating family memories is what Maple Leaf Landscaping is all about. We design and build outdoor spaces that bring people together. Landscaped spaces for any size family. Functional, beautiful, a place everyone will enjoy. And it all starts with a free visit at your home by one of our landscape experts. So call Maple Leaf Landscaping today and have us create an outdoor living space for your home.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint for certain.
You've got places to be, things to do, goals to crush. So at Basecamp Fitness, we pack 50 minutes worth of calorie burn into just 35. How do we do it? By switching between 60-second intervals of air bike cardio and strength training to keep the workout and your progress moving forward fast, no matter what level you're at. Now through April 19th, get 2 weeks free. Visit any of our 3 Madison locations or basecampfitness.com.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
It's one thing to say you have the most accurate forecast. It's another to prove it, and we've done just that.
For the 3rd year in a row, First Warn Weather has been certified most accurate in Madison by WeatherRate, an independent research firm. They study all news stations' forecasts every day to determine which forecasts align with the actual observed conditions.
Only one station came out on top, and that's News 3 Now First Warn Weather.
Trust the First Warn Weather team for your most accurate forecast.
Right now on weekend mornings, an emotional day Saturday, hundreds traveling to western Wisconsin to honor 2 fallen officers shot in the line of duty. Also, we have an update to an hours-long standoff Saturday morning in Belleville.
Definitely, we got rain going to snow later tonight. I'll break down how much we'll get and how cold it'll be to start your work week tomorrow.
Good morning, and thanks for joining us on weekend mornings. Let's take a look outside right now. Greg is tracking the day ahead. Greg.
Yeah, it's going to be a chilly, rainy day, but then obviously we've got the snow that comes into the picture here later. So that's the big story, and that's why we got the alert day for tonight and tomorrow morning for the late season snowfall. Could be record-setting with the amounts potentially. 2 inches as you go further southeast Wisconsin, but up to west central. 10+ inches possible with this heavy, wet snow. Could lead to power outages given that we're going to have some strong winds that go with it. Winter storm warnings are out for those locations outlined in pink. Outside areas, winter weather advisories. That's for lesser snow amounts. Really, it starts 7 p.m. for all areas until 10 a.m. A little bit earlier as you go further west in Iowa and west La Crosse. It'll end a little bit earlier just because the snow will push off to the east. But overall, it's going to be actually 9+ inches. There's some indications we can see 12+ up here of heavy, wet snow. Once again, this is grassy areas. This will not all accumulate on roads, and that'll be the struggle. I think tomorrow morning is the big thing to watch out for snow-covered, slushy roads. Improvement should be quickly by afternoon, but still that could be changed. So definitely pay attention and listen to the broadcast later this evening for a better update on that. Otherwise, we're going to have light rain. Bands of light to moderate rain begin to push up to the northeast. We're not going to see the snow right now. It's further west. Overall, temperatures are starting to drop into the 30s west La Crosse. We're hanging on to the 40s here. But the temperatures will just continue to fall down. Future check shows continued bands of light rain off and on. Won't be a wet total period for this morning. Winds are another story. That'll be starting to increase. They already are to the west. Temperatures for both locations are just going to continue to fall throughout the day into the 30s as we get towards the evening hour, and that's when we'll see more of the rain turn to snow for both locations. And we'll kind of time out when to expect the snow, how much, again, what's the road impacts, also those strong winds, and our active pattern still continues for the rest of the week. I'll break that all down a bit later.
Thank you so much, Greg. Saturday was an emotional day for 2 Wisconsin communities as they said goodbye to 2 fallen officers. Cameron officer Hunter Scheel and Chetek officer Emily Breidenbach were shot and killed during a traffic stop in the village of Cameron last weekend. Reporter Ren Clayton has the story.
Last Saturday was the worst day of my life.
A packed gym, sharing in grief. Hunter Scheel's sister Audrey missing her brother.
I cry and cry, knowing I'll never see that smile again. I'll never get to listen to him laugh and tell a funny joke again. I'll never get to see him hug my mom or tease our younger sisters.
Scheel, a 23-year-old member of the Army National Guard, remembered by his family for his loving nature.
The heart on this kid, I don't know how it fit in his body.
Emily Breidenbach's brother Mike, in tears, describing his sister, a 5-year veteran of the Chetek PD.
I think it's more appropriate to say Emily was life, or what life was supposed to be.
Many stories were told of her passion for kids, the community, and the department's new police dog.
That dog went everywhere with her, and I mean everywhere. She was dealing with on April 8th.
A week later, the pain still at the surface.
Simply put, we've lost a damn good officer.
And I always thought that I'd see you again.
Authorities in Belleville peacefully arrested a woman at a downtown bar Saturday morning after an hours-long standoff. According to the Dane County Sheriff's Office, deputies received a call around 2 a.m. for a domestic incident, but arrived to find only one of the people involved. They then received another call for an armed woman who barricaded herself inside the Dam Bar on East Main Street. Over the course of negotiations, she fired 6 gunshots. Then around 10:15 a.m., she was taken into custody without injury to others or herself.
We had inserted our robots into the building and to do the negotiations, but we don't have that level of detail to know at that time where they're all fired.
Sheriffs confirmed the woman was one of the people involved in the domestic incident and that there is no danger to the public. Tenants living above the bar had to evacuate but were allowed back in once deputies cleared the scene. On Saturday, Democratic group Courage for America hosted a Back Off Our Benefits event in La Crosse's Red Cloud Park. Those in attendance called on Representative Derek Van Orden to not cut health care programs, which include Social Security, Medicare, and benefits for veterans. One leader says this is an issue that affects everyone.
We've had different speakers come in from, the regions that we're visiting and come in and tell us their stories. These are real Americans dealing with real issues and facing real consequences if the default crisis happens.
This is the tour's last stop in the 3rd Congressional District ahead of a planned press conference in Washington, D.C. on April 17th. Students of the Three Rivers Martial Arts Academy paid tribute to one of their own with a demonstration on Saturday. Students showed off their technique and taught the public about martial arts. The demonstration also paid tribute to Grandmaster Larry Klan, who died in 2021. According to co-owner Pamela Mim, Klan's legacy has left a lasting impression.
He was good at many, many things, and he was a very caring, generous man. So he really got to know people and was not just an instructor. He was a friend to many people.
Three Rivers Martial Arts will host a women's self-defense class in June and July. This week marks 1 year since UW-Madison track star Sarah Schultz ended her own life. Now Schultz's family is back in Madison to share her story with the world with hopes of making change. Our Braden Ross reports.
Sarah was sweet, funny.
Sarah Schultz was a star student athlete.
She was always up for a good time.
Passionate about politics and making the world a better place.
Super adventurous.
Yeah.
She loved to travel.
Mm-hmm.
But she, like many, struggled in silence.
I don't think we ever realized how much pressure that was on her.
1 year ago, Sarah died by suicide. She was 21 years old.
We were a mess. And there's no way we thought we would it'd be possible to even be here and talk about it.
But now her family is ready to share her memory with the world.
I think there's power in telling Sarah's story. Hopefully in sharing our family's story, it will empower people to have deeper conversations within their own family.
1 year after her passing, they're back in Madison sponsoring the Out of the Darkness campus walk for suicide prevention.
When we found out about it, it just sort of felt like, being that it was on the 1 year anniversary of Sarah's death, that it meant even more for us to be here and to support it.
We're incredibly grateful that her family wants to use that loss to bring awareness to the topic and support the community that Sarah was a part of.
After her death, Sarah's parents, Bridget and Scott, started the Sarah Schultz Foundation, pushing for better mental health resources, especially for student athletes.
It needs to be recognized that their mental health needs to be taken care of just as much as their physical health.
They say working for change has helped them find meaning in their tragedy.
so many people have reached out to us and helped us that for us to be able now to try and maybe help some other people is just, I mean, that provides healing in itself. So.
Yeah. For News 3 Now, I'm Braden Ross.
If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health, you can call the 988 hotline for help. Up next on our broadcast, Jordan Reed will join us for a look at a celebration for one of Badger basketball's own. That's still to come on Weekend Mornings.
At JR's Mulch Sales, mulch is all we do, which is why we do it better. We deliver 10 varieties of mulch 7 days a week, right to your door. Call us today.
JR's Mulch Sales, spread it around.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
Hello, I'm Tommy Van Ness from the Tommy Van Ness Realty Group. For over a decade, thousands of people have turned to Tommy Van Ness Realty to buy or sell their home. Because we are more than your realtor, we're your partner.
If you list with us and take advantage of our extensive marketing, everyone will know your home is for sale.
The Tommy Van Ness Realty team is working hard for you. Call Tommy Van Ness today at 608-395-7375. Why settle for less? Call Tommy Van Ness.
Dr. Cahill here with Associated Physicians to share that you and your kiddos are welcome and loved in our pediatrics department. Parenting is filled with joys and challenges. We get it. We're here to walk alongside you in your journey and cheer you on as you go.
Call for an appointment today, 608-233-9746. Associated Physicians, devoted physicians, trusted care. Visit us at apmadison.com.
After driving cattle in the 1880s, hitting the hay could be a literal experience. But some lucky cowpokes got to sack out in a brand new Sealy mattress. And after 140 years, Sealy is still delivering a great night's sleep.
That's why Denver Mattress is proud to offer the Sealy Posturepedic Plus hand-filled mattress. And right now, save up to $250 and enjoy Posturepedic support where you need it most.
Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Sealy.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's connecting you with top medical specialists after a serious injury. It's holding the insurance company responsible for your lost wages and your hospital bills. It's a guarantee that we'll be with you every step of the way and won't accept anything less than the maximum payment you deserve. We'll speak with you for free, and there's no fee until we get results for you. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call us today.
At JR's Mulch Sales, mulch is all we do, which is why we do it better. We deliver 10 varieties of mulch 7 days a week, right to your door. Call us today.
JR's Mulch Sales, spread it around.
Yeah, we got that system beginning to push up further, really starting to wrap itself up. You can see on satellite right now as cloud cover begins to wrap up. Temperatures already are below freezing west across or approaching that. We're still in the 40s for most of Wisconsin, but temperatures will continue to fall. There's your bands of light rain that will continue to spread north. Really right now, mainly west of Madison, that light to moderate rain, and kind of east of La Crosse, there's drier air kind of between the areas there, so they're not quite seeing it. So off and on, we'll see rain showers throughout the day. The snow is still well to the west yet, but that'll be approaching here by noon. You can see La Crosse, a few showers, and then the winds start picking up, especially out of the north, and then the snow comes at least after 3, should start falling, accumulating more towards the evening. Madison, off and on, light to moderate rain with those winds out of the west. They'll increase. The snow transition really is not till later this evening, and then accumulation overnight. Once again, we do have that alert day for tonight for the heavy, wet snow that should be falling 2 inches to 10+ inches, especially west central Wisconsin. There's your winter storm warnings out and weather advisories in the purple out to about 10 a.m. tomorrow, when we also have wind advisories to the south because of all the wind with that. And I'll break down all the timing of that and those impacts a bit later in the broadcast.
What started as a weekend to celebrate 125 years of Wisconsin men's basketball quickly changed to a fundraising effort for one of their own.
Howard Moore. Moore, who both played and coached at UW, was involved in a tragic car accident with his family back in 2019, where his wife and daughter eventually passed away from their injuries. Moore and his son did survive the accident, but it's been a battle over the last 4 years. While recovering, Moore suffered a heart attack and is now seriously disabled. So when the call to action came to raise money for him and his family, it was a no-brainer to those he has impacted.
He's always been a constant in my life, so any way where I can support him and his foundation and his way of raising money to benefit him, I was going to be a part of it.
It's just another sign of the family that's been created with Wisconsin basketball from decades ago to now and into the future.
The power of the W while you're here wearing the jersey, and it amplifies 100 times after you leave. And I think this is another great example of, this university and this basketball program really reaching back in a true life tragedy to help one of their own.
Former coaches, players, family, and friends came in from all over the country so they could just simply do more for 34.
When I think about Howard, I think about his presence, his laughter, his smile, his engagement, his genuine engagement with people. He was just the kind of person I think you aspire to be like. And you see the example he sets just in his interactions and how he communicated with people. It was always so joyful.
He's been my biggest fan. I've been his biggest fan. He's been criticizing me at some point during my career about some basketball stuff, and I didn't take it personal because it came from Howard. And, our relationship is one that would never be broken.
The money raised will go toward Moore's medical and rehabilitation expenses, as well as provide financial stability for his son. More information can be found on our website, channel3000.com. USA taking on Czechia in the Women's World Championship semifinals, and it's all Badgers. Hillary Knight scores not once, but twice, and that's all in a matter of a minute. Abby Rock and KK Harvey each net a goal in the 9-1 win. Harvey finishes with 4 points, Knight with 3, and Rock with 2. U.S. is gold medal game bound, where they will face Canada. Puck drops tonight at 6. Back to you.
Still ahead, demonstrations are taking place across the U.S. this weekend as the Supreme Court weighs a potential decision about a key abortion medication. You're taking a live look outside. Greg is tracking your forecast just ahead.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way.
All you have to do is point. And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Oh no, I think I lost my debit card.
Okay, don't panic.
Don't panic, we're in a mall. Some stranger's probably tapping new shoes, tapping a washer-dryer combo, just tapping everything in sight.
It's okay, just tap your phone. With BMO, you can use your phone to freeze and unfreeze a lost card.
I can?
And you can always get a new card instantly at a BMO branch.
I got my tap bag.
You ever seen someone this excited about a debit card before?
Oh yeah. Not this excited.
When a bank gives you instant peace of mind, that's the BMO effect.
This ring symbolizes the eternity of our relationship.
We met in 7th grade typing class. 16 years later, I said, will you be my girl?
Jesse, I've always been your girl.
Every occasion deserves love. Jared, love brilliantly.
Habush attorneys are the best of what a personal injury attorney is about.
To get the most money for your case, you need to have a law firm that's unrelenting.
We will fight with all that we have in person power, in knowledge and experience to bring about the result they deserve.
I can't give them their life back how it was, but I can give them the financial compensation to get their life back on track.
Create your perfect room for entertaining, relaxing, and more with patio enclosures. Right now, get 25% off your sunroom. Plus, enjoy exceptional financing. Call today.
Patio enclosures.
All right, team. We got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com. Come on out. I'm on it.
imprint for certain.
It's a brand new day.
Don't let junk get in the way.
All you have to do is point. And you'll be back to your old self again.
Yeah!
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, quite a change is going to be in place here from 80s that we had several days here this week to now we're going to have the snow and actually record-setting snow potentially for some areas. Really, we're looking at 2 to 10 plus, and really a 10 plus is west central Wisconsin right now. Maybe parts of southwest Wisconsin could get the higher amounts there. 2 inches for Dane County further southeast, and I'll explain that in a minute. But really this afternoon, the change occurs. The accumulation starts tonight. It will impact your morning commute. Definitely will feel more like winter. We're thinking change of snow to rain, probably about 11 a.m. for southeast Minnesota. Their temperatures are already almost close to freezing. More for 3 p.m. as you get further east of La Crosse. Heaviest amount of snow, that means the highest snow rate, probably 1 to 5 a.m., and that's likely when you will see some snow-covered roads or at least slushy roads with strong winds. But overall, the wet conditioned roads will probably improve if we get to late morning, and especially in the early afternoon hour, I think road conditions will improve much. A little bit less as you go southwest, south central Wisconsin. Really, the timing is about 2 to 5 p.m. from west to east across the area when we'll see that rain to snow occur. Heaviest amount still about 1 to 5 a.m. for southwest, but it won't be as high as rate as west central Wisconsin. Still, you could see some snow-covered roads, especially maybe in ridge lines, higher elevation. And for south central Wisconsin, I don't think the rate will be that high amount to see as much, but still, we could see some moderate snow, maybe some side roads, but I think the main roads will be wet. So that's what we're kind of looking for. But for today, we'll have waves come up, but then it's really towards the afternoon, evening when we start seeing the back edge of this system. Here's a transition from snow mix all the way to light to moderate, actually rainfall. You can see that transition. That'll begin to work its way eastward, rotate up to the northeast. So by 6:30, most of the southwest up to La Crosse, all the areas now are snow covered. It's actually seeing snow and accumulating. And then Madison, probably after 6, you'll see the transition, the accumulation more probably after 8 when you see those temperatures start to approach more freezing. This is the time frame once we get after midnight where we could see really that high snow rate, maybe 2 inches per hour up to the northeast of La Crosse, maybe up to an inch further south in the accumulation on the roads. That'll go through about 5 or 6, and then we'll start seeing breaks after that, and the accumulation won't be as much as a factor, at least on roads. Once we get past 7 a.m., we could see bands setting up across the Mississippi River area or other areas that may still accumulate some on grassy areas, but that won't be much of a road issue by then. The winds, notice the winds start picking up, and the temperatures will be above freezing, but that'll be as climb as we will get, maybe up to 40. And then by Monday evening, we'll start seeing clearing skies west to east, which will allow pretty chilly overnight going into your Tuesday. We'll get back in the 20s with a freezing condition, but we will be dry. While we're looking for snowfall, once again, this should be grassy areas, but how much actually goes on roads is a little bit different. Watch the area east of La Crosse. They could be 12 plus in certain areas of that. And there's your winds. Those are your winds for tomorrow morning. Combine that with all heavy snow. That's why we think power outages, tree damage could be a potential with some of this heavy, wet snow. Once we get past that, we should have a dry Tuesday, but then we have active weather coming back for midweek with another round of showers and thunderstorms. Maybe even snow come back next Saturday, something to keep in mind of the week. So, and don't forget, this week is severe weather awareness for Minnesota and Wisconsin. We'll have probably the tornado drill here later this week too. So all that's combined with the snow that we're going to get too.
Summer will be here soon enough, right?
We'll get back to the 70s, but no time soon right now. So.
Okay, well, thank you, Greg. The Washington Post is citing documents leaked by Jack Teixeira that U.S. intelligence agencies were aware of up to 4 additional Chinese spy balloons. According to the Post, another balloon flew over a U.S. carrier strike group, and a third had crashed in the South China Sea. However, the Post says the leaked documents did not mention specific dates. It also reports that another document contains a government assessment about 2 balloons from previous years. However, the Post says it is not clear if those 2 balloons were the same ones that flew over the strike group and crashed. There are demonstrations happening across the U.S. this weekend as the Supreme Court weighs a potential decision about a key abortion medication. The drug mifepristone is still widely available, but could change this week. CBS News correspondent Wendy Gillette has the developments from New York.
Demonstrators took to the streets of Los Angeles over access to the abortion medication mifepristone. Protesters also gathered in Santa Barbara and other cities across the nation.
Health care for the children.
For now, access to the abortion drug remains the same. The Supreme Court temporarily blocked a ruling by a Texas federal judge suspending FDA approval of the drug until Wednesday, while justices decide if they'll consider the case. Last week, an appeals court paused the Texas order, but also enacted limits, including halting mail delivery, shortening the time frame for use, and requiring multiple doctor's visits.
We are strong when we are together.
Vice President Kamala Harris spoke at the rally in Los Angeles.
When you attack the rights of women in America, you are attacking America.
Anti-abortion advocates say the FDA did not properly consider how the medication would affect the long-term health of teenage girls.
Everyone can understand and support the need to protect women's health and safety.
Pro-abortion rights demonstrators counter that the drug has been available for more than 20 years and is safe.
It's not about abortion. It's about control. It's about control of women's bodies.
The drug is used for about half of the abortions in the U.S. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
And just a reminder, you can make News 3 part of your weekly routine by downloading the Channel 3000 app for the latest headlines and weather conditions. Up next, there's a new world record set by an Australian father. We'll have that when we come back.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
This is how legends are made. Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high-output engine. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Hello, I'm Tommy Van Ness from the Tommy Van Ness Realty Group. The Tommy Van Ness team has a real passion for real estate and would love to work with you on buying and selling your house. We are a multi-award winning team with over $500 million in sales.
Our strong work ethic and negotiation skills will help guide you through the buying or selling process. If you're considering buying or selling in 2023, now is the time.
Why settle for less? Call Tommy Van Ness.
And Doug.
Hey man, nice base. Clearly you're a safe driver. You could save hundreds for safe driving with Liberty Mutual. They customize your car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. Woo! We gotta go again.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I just got the new Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra from US Cellular. With the most powerful processor yet, it can game smoother than ever. With nightography, it can take selfies in low light. Click. And with a longer battery life and US Cellular's 5G network, it can stream my favorite shows around the clock.
Amazing. Can it go back in the bag?
Yeah, it can go back into the bag.
Okay. Did you just kiss the phone?
Get the Samsung Galaxy S23 free. No trade-in needed from US Cellular.
I kissed it?
Yes.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
If you're having trouble sleeping, you're not alone. Is a supplement the answer? Monday, our expert analyzes popular over-the-counter options to help you decide.
And it will be a cold start to our work week, but warmer weather on the way. Join us Monday between 4:30 and 7.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather. Trust the experience of Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and the First Warn Weather team to help you plan your day and alert you whenever and wherever you need it. First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms.
Finally this morning, check this out. An Australian father has pushed his way into record history. Lucas Helmke has set a new world record after he completed more than 3,206 push-ups in just 1 hour. If you're trying to do the math, that comes out to almost 1 a second. The 33-year-old pulled off the feat at his gym in November, but was recently informed that the record had been approved. The previous push-up record was set last April by another Australian who had completed 3,182 push-ups. That's pretty incredible, Greg.
Well, I could do 50 in a sitting, but I don't think I'd do that many.
I can't do any, I don't know.
Well, definitely going to be the weather's going to be the snow. Well, like I said, we got the alert day for tonight for the snow. Heavy, wet snow, 2 plus 10 inches. Could be power outages with this. Something to keep in mind for your Monday morning commute. Winter storm warnings are out, with the winter weather advisories out for the area. There's your amounts. East of La Crosse, you could see maybe 12 plus inches. Could be record setting for this heavy, wet snow.
Thank you for joining us. Have a great Sunday.